This is Low Elo Legends number 69. You gotta be safe. Be safe when playing on Safety Bay, especially if your bay looks like that. We got CapriColt in the red as the Roos. Pretty obvious water sieve here. You know, I was curious how both players would spawn in relation to this bay. Got a lot of water to work with. We got Raavan also over here in the orange as the Malians. Oh my goodness. Raids, double raids. Welcome in EGC TV. Welcome in people who are watching from GKS AoE. Come on in.
Howdy, howdy.
You were just watching Golden League. Let's watch some Low Elo Legends. Let's watch some gold matches.
We've got a good one for you today over at the Low Elo Legends Rising Empires number 69. We're here on not Boulder Bay, excuse me, Safety Bay, and what a map we've got, the Roos and Malians for you.
Yeah, we got Roos and Malians on Safety Bay, kind of like an in-between of Boulder Bay and Holy Island. One of our YMCA contest winners. Yeah, this is number 69. This is Low Elo Legends number 69. You have to include this map.
It's a classic. We do have docks down by the Roos here. It looks like Malians are not going to be going for docks. Sticking it to water, and we'll see how that plays out for them.
Yeah, so we're casting the bottom bracket right now. Very likely, we've got some gold players. Little refresher, you've been watching the best in the game compete. Now let's watch something a little closer to my rank.
Certainly closer to mine as well, and you know, it's good to get a nice variety, a good mix in throughout your day, laugh a little bit, love a little bit. We were just on Wet Arabia as one of our previous maps, and you know, we're having a good time.
Yeah, the map before this, real fun. Little trivia that I figured out today. Naval units cannot decap a sacred site. I don't know if anybody's tried to use a springled ship to decap a sacred site before. You can't do it. So, Molly going up with Monsequori here. No docks. At the Roos. Taking a look at how the deer packs spawn. CapriColt has still ignored that deer pack near his base there. Able to find the one in the northern corner. Able to take this one over here and sneak the one out from the Malians. Still waiting on those deer back at home. He actually hasn't seen them.
Oh.
Or if he looks at the, if he moves his camera over there, he can see the deer. There is one deer there, but it icon not quite on the map yet. But I believe he's gotten the other 3 packs.
Yeah, I think he'll be quite happy with his bounty so far. Picking up that 4th one will just be icing on the cake right there.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a dock. You're getting that fishing eco. You've got all the other 3 packs. You're feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Now, what landmark would you expect from the Roos right here and CapriColt? Are you still going with the Kremlin, or are you looking to do something like the Golden Gatehouse?
You know, I think on Safety Bay, where it takes just so long for your opponent to get to you, I think you could do something with the Golden Gate here. Kremlin, I mean, you could basically block off the land attack. It's going to take so long for them to get over to you, though. They've got to run all the way around the tip before they can get to the other side.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe maybe that's a strategy that's employed, is using the tip as a place to put your gremlins.
Oh yeah,
We do see a dock go down from the Malians, actually. Need to be careful if it gets spotted out here by the Roost player. You know, 1 or 2 conversions and military ships, and that could be donezo for your water eco.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. I mean, typically, you get the feudal. You know your opponent's still in Dark Age. I wouldn't open with fishing ships. I would be getting some war canoes, hunting canoes, explosion canoes, something to really mess with the Roos water economy before they're able to get up to feudal. CapriColt, he's just like, you know what? I never ever want to mine gold. This is true low elo stuff. He's like, yeah, I'll build hunting cabins. I will get the bounty. Don't make me mine. I hate mining. Let me get my sheep. Let me chop wood. Don't make me pick up a pickaxe. That 21 per minute, finally.
Man, meanwhile, we've got the Malians on the other side. They're like, you know what? We're going to mine all the gold for you. Don't you worry. We got you.
Yeah, we're going to build something that just mines it for us. So it is a Kremlin. All right, not super surprised. I mean, Kremlin is still so strong. But I was thinking if there was any map to drop a Golden Gate and get some Golden Gate shenanigans going, I'd say Safety Bay, one of the better ones.
Yeah, and we do have the second pit mine down for Malian, so they're on water pretty safely considering they haven't been hit, and we're also on gold.
Those fishing canoes are wiggling like crazy. I don't know if you're looking at this. Just
as long as they're gathering, I'm sure Raavan is totally fine with that.
Yeah, they are teasing those deep water fish. Oh my goodness. Alright, they've figured out what's going on. I am going to pause it real quick, let it buffer just a second. Okay. Let's get back into it. Taking a look now at the Mali base around that second pit mine, planning on walling it off. We could be in here for a long game. This safety provided by this bay means it's gonna take a while for land armies to get, you know, from one side to the other. And I think, honestly, the wood, the tip of the wood right here, you wood wall the tip, basically cut off half the map.
That'd be real nice. You know, we're going with the no military challenge here. We're both on just scouts for our players in this game, and you know, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh yeah, keeping it safe, keeping it polite. Lash coming in, thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. We're taking a look at low elo legends here. We're here on Safety Bay. Just the tip. I mean, that's where we're going next. We're going to just the Tiffany after this, but for now we're sticking into old Safety Bay, Safe Word Bay.
And a lot of this forward woodline being shot from the Roos player. We do have some Roos ships attacking those canoes, loaded attack ships. And no response coming out so far from Raavan, the Malian player. And I think at this point, say goodbye to water.
But yeah, that's really unfortunate because Mali was up into the feudal age for a good like 4 minutes before the Roos player was. And that is the time to just don't open with fishing ships at that point. You want to open up with your attacking naval units. Push Roos off of water. Take the plug for your own. But now, since he made fishing ships, had nothing to defend, Roos gets up to feudal, creates and converts some of those Ladya ships into attack ships. Maybe overdoes it a little bit. But
you
pushes the Mali off of water. Oh yeah, I mean, he's got the safety zone down here. He could redock down here, take some time, get back in it on water. But he's kind of lost the shaft, has to go to the base, as some may say. And we do have that wall coming in. Going to, you know, put the safe in safety bay. Gonna prevent the Mali from coming close to the tip. You always want protection on this map. Gonna keep your opponent away from the tip. You don't want them to come around here.
Yeah, and it looks like CapriColt's taking a play-by-play example from you. Has ended up docking the bottom side of the base and is looking to grab a firm grip, you know, of this water economy. Looking to make sure these deep water fish are, you know, nice and secured and feeling at home.
Yeah, you know, all of the food unit, all the food nodes on water are all fish-based, but I think it would be, you know, if you could have, like, around the base here, just, instead of fish, have some, like, shoreline crabs. I think that would really, really improve this map.
That would be something, that's for sure. Cows getting into their cattle ranches, and is that max cows? Looks like it. We're getting
just
upgrades
about.
in.
Needs one more there. Still a little bit away from castle, but has the sheep. Just about has the gold. CapriColt needs to figure out what he's gonna do with all this food. I mean, good job getting that fishing eco. Now you've got 3,000 food. What are you doing? You need to, okay, he's dropped a market. Just as I was saying that. He's panicking and remacroing here.
Totally fine. Your walls are keeping you safe. You're going to be able to restructure here, and I expect a huge, massive military to come out from our Roost player. We've already got at least 2 stables coming out, and we are pumping out knights, horsemen. We're getting out archers. Malian player gonna have to really pull something special out of their back pocket if they're gonna want to remain safe.
Yeah, Macedonzos, though, able to take out that wooden fortress, break through the wall in the north there, pick up a couple of vills as well. Some jab throwers coming in to support. Yeah, those archers coming in, not really going to be able to do much. CapriColt streaming them in one by one. Raavan does need to find some sort of better food eco to get up to castle. Had to pivot a little bit and spend it on military units. You see the gremlins coming around the tip.
Yeah,
but they're not going to last.
Close to the tip. There is a nice little shaft, or, you know, portal, if you will, that they can take on the way right up against the water's edge. Meanwhile, all the other units are going around. I need to be careful of that if Raavan is able to push through and potentially just come straight into this first stop location.
Yeah, Raavan's in a pretty good spot here with their composition. It's a lot of Donzo, but there are a bunch of jab throwers backing this up as well. Just that Donzo mass able to come in, deal melee damage, get the handful of jab throwers in the back. If CapriColt decides to send a knight in, there are just so many Donzo there, you can turn around and just delete it.
Yeah, archers teeing off. Look like the Donzo are eventually going to get cleaned up, picked off, and both players are streaming, but I think this can only get better for CapriColt as we see the water eco really coming into effect. When we look at the 2 ecos up top.
Although I do want to mention, Take a look at the food per minute. I mean, Raavan with the cow boom, even without the corral, still bringing in more food per minute than CapriColt. I think CapriColt may have just transformed too many of his loggia vessels into attack vessels and lost a lot of his fishing eco because of it.
Definitely seems to be the case, but is making more fishing boats. 1, 2, 3 docks by my count, 2 of which are streaming fishing boats. So I think that will be an easy catch-up on their part. And might even look to fight closer to the edge here and maybe get some support from those military ships that they're making.
Yeah, potentially. If those ships came up to the tip, could really swing a fight here. A lot of feudal action at the tip right now. Gonna force the Malians back. Back down the side shaft here. Couldn't remain on the tip too long. Roos has broken through. Pushing in on the Mali here. Malians should probably think about dropping a market of their own. Looking at all the gold that they're currently floating, I think you can buy a castle with that. Just taking a look at CapriColt, the difference in resource per minute between the two civs, Mali is still in just such a better spot.
Yeah, definitely an interesting point considering water was taken by CapriColt. We've got a Ford blacksmiths and some Ford military buildings, so supporting Raavan, and I think is holding pretty darn well, all things considered.
But yeah, those jab throwers really putting in work on those archers. Still doing some damage to the early knights as well. Danto's coming in to support. Jab throwers, yeah, not too bad against those knights. They are, unfortunately, running into the thing where they are overkilling enemy archers. You can see they had split up their tosses to try and take out 2 archers with those throws, but Mali is able to hold here. And despite being down almost half of eco units, they are still in this.
Anything can happen on Safety Bay. It looks like the Lodia galleys were brought up toward the tip. It is a hot zone for a lot of this red action. And, man, a lot of production going down. Looks like possibly a mining camp going down on the big gold up top for the Malian player. And I'm interested to see how they turn this around. And it looks like it's going to be farms. Farms was the choice of the Mali to bump up their food even more.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, you see all these vessels coming up towards the tip. I think, you know, Roos is looking to finish. On Safety Bay, you're always looking like the game's going to finish when you move all of your seamen up to the tip.
That's right. Battle could be ready to go, ready to blow at any point, and just tip right on over and explode in any player's direction. Would like to see Raavan get a few more of these upgrades through the blacksmith. Does have 1 blacksmith down and got iron undermesh, but no other tech coming through. You have a lot of gold right now.
You have so much gold. It is time to sell. Let us go to the market, please. Let us buy some Castle Age. Because that'll also help that food eco, being able to get the corral down. I mean, he's committing to farms. He just needs to commit to a market and turn that gold into food. Doing a good job holding, but eventually that economy for the Roos is just going to outscale because Roos does have water here.
As we see a few arrows come in from a Lodia galley there on the Hardened Donzo, and it looks like the Archer mass is starting to build up. The Archer ball from the Roos, and we've got ourselves a 20-minute feudal game. This is a nice little bit of foreplay from both of our players. You know, really taking this
keeping it
early
spicy.
on and
at the beginning, getting us interested in it, seeing where the game is going to go. Fulani Corral is coming up with 4 vills on it, though. But Roos is finally able to push past the tip and really penetrate the Malian base.
Yeah, and I'd like to see them go all the way through, get a good grip on the game, really take them by storm, maybe even get behind them and do a little action. But, you know, that would require the Horsemen to get really deep on in there and get past some of these jab throws and donzos.
Yeah, I would be, you know, as a Roos player, getting shut down, trying to go through the front. I mean, he's holding on. In these situations, I'd use my dock, I'd take my navy, and I'd just try to come around here, come in through the back door.
Yeah, transport ship or 2 could definitely make a big difference in the game. We see 15 going on the Abbey of the Trinity for CapriColt, and you know, finally, both players are looking to go into castle. Both are interested, rearing, ready to go, and we're going to see some fireworks here, fellas.
Yeah, Mali able to hold up front. We got the trickle from CapriColt, and you really don't want to be trickling. You really want a strong action.
Yeah, you want to group those up, make sure you go in waves, you know. You go 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds if you can, if you're able to do something like that. And looks like along the backside, this gold vein is going to get shut down by this Loria Galley. And that little bit of, you know, hand action from the back is here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, you do kind of want to get a raid in, tickle the backside of your opponent. It's definitely going to help you out, get your opponent off guard here.
We've got action in the middle. I didn't even notice among this there's a herdable sheep from Raavan, so they've been able to see exactly what's been coming at them, trickling through. All eyes on CapriColt in red, and it looks like a little bit of the back and forth is going to continue as the remass happens from either side.
But yeah, just Roos has just a strong enough economy to just keep taking it to him. Malian's trying to hold on, gritting their teeth at this point. But it is, you know, it's all for fun. Everybody is enjoying it. You can tell that Raavan is certainly taking the brunt of it.
Yeah, definitely on the backside, and CapriColt on the front side, looking to be a little more dominant. Not necessarily playing around with their food, but certainly pushing hard, looking to, you know, twist it, bop it, do what they can.
Yeah, and CapriColt is finally able to work around the tip, and is able to come inside the base, and yeah, that's it for the game.
Quite a finish. Good job from both of our players for hanging in there for so long. Really gave us a good show. I think we both, or rather all, loved to watch that one. All a little bit of a, you know, nice little bit of water game into land action. Really looking to spice it up. Go both ways, this way, that way, backside, front side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, it is Safety Bay, and when you want to be safe, incorporating some water into the game here, and the game went on for about 23 minutes, and I think that's a good length. You don't really, you'll tire yourself out if you go on longer than that, but certainly enough action to keep everybody entertained and involved here.
Yeah, both players are going to be really satisfied with that. I hope they're ready for their next round, though.
Yeah, I mean, this was round 4, so depending on how the other matches go, there may be a little period in between where they can rest before going again. I'm out of puns. Let's go back to the lobby.
Good one. We could go all day, Beal. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, we might see a game in the finals on Safety Bay. I hope somebody drafts it. Okay, let's take a look at our brackets here. We just saw on the bottom bracket. Don't we love our bottoms?